Hi everyone and welcome to Friday's Drama Hospital Recap. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our videos or recaps. Monday is coming right after this because I already watched Monday's episode and I'm literally recording Mondays right after this. So no excuses, and we are officially caught up. Thank goodness. It's been quite a journey, but let's get right to it because this is the last time this is happening, at least for the time being. So we have a lot of skipping around today, so be patient with me because a lot of stuff happened. Everyone moved, and I'm like, yes, I'm moving. So at General Hospital, that's where we start. Tracy has Hayden practicing firing people, and Hayden wants to discuss more options, but Tracy thinks Hayden's just going soft, which she has, but I think that's a good thing, especially for Hayden. And Tracy has the rest of the plan in place, and I'm like, what is the rest of the plan? At the floating rib, the nursing staff is out to eat or get drinks, and they're talking about the cuts, and Elizabeth calls Felix to come with them. Dr. Finn comes over after hearing Amy say his name, and this is apparently like a nurses leadership committee, and they're trying to cover because they don't want him to know what's going on. So they say that they're choosing their hot docs of GH calendar, and ha ha ha, and that gets him to leave. Bobby and Liz try to get everyone not to panic, and they're convinced Monica will have their backs, but what about Tracy? And Epiphany proposes a strike and show everyone what the hospital would look like without nurses preemptively before they do that. At Jordan's office, Andre breaks up with Jordan. He asks what they have, broken promises and lowered expectations. As she says they love each other, and he says they've already spent time apart because of Curtis, and they're already back here again after a month. He wants more, all of her or none of her. He thanks her for her honesty about Curtis, but he feels that she needs to be honest with herself about how she feels and that he's not the one she wants. Jordan says she does want him. He doesn't see them moving forward. He wouldn't be able to trust her. She wants to try, but then her phone rings. It's a call about the Jerome Gallery, and she says give it to Dante. And while she's on the phone, Andre leaves and leaves the key to her apartment. So I think we're done here. And I think it's for everyone's benefit because they've been circling for a while. Back at General Hospital, Anna needs Felix's help. Her pharmacy closed and she needs her migraine prescription filled. He asks if she wants to speak with someone, and she would. Tracy stops Finn about Hayden. Hayden's looking at the list, and Elizabeth is in fact on the list. And, well, that doesn't look good. Finn comes in with food, and Hayden tells him what's wrong. She doesn't want to hurt anyone, but there's no other way. And he thinks she'll be forgiven and they won't blame it on her personally. But, it is Hayden. So then they kind of do a role play with him as Amy and talk her through it. And he does a great impression of Amy, by the way. And she says in that there's a possibility of them being given their job back. But he thinks that's a bad idea, that it's not good for either side because they need to feel free to go and search for other jobs, make it a clean cut. Also at the hospital, Anna walks into Andre. They talk Valentine. She thinks there's more to the story, that she did more things wrong, but nothing in her memories say Valentine was anything but a friend, but she doesn't have a lot of memories of him. Back at the floating rib, Felix comes in. Elizabeth isn't on board with the strike. She's the only one opposed, and she doesn't want to put her job in jeopardy. Felix says they should meet with the hospital board. They're willing to make concessions, garner public support. He learned a little something from a trip he took with Donnie to cover a lumberjack strike, I think, something like that. And again, I'd love to see them. He also thinks Elizabeth should be the one to talk since Hayden is directly involved, and it might work better that way. Back at General Hospital, Finn's telling Hayden it's better she break the news of layoffs because she cares about these people. And Hayden says she hopes Elizabeth will understand. And Elizabeth is right outside the door and hears that. And also hears some of the role play with Amy. But, I'm only human. I can only skip around so much. Andre can't help Anna right now. She didn't mean to impose. And he says he's just going through he's going through something personal. And he's off his game. And she asks him what's going on, but he doesn't want to talk about it. Back at the floating rib, Elizabeth comes back. Amy has left. She's working the night shift. And Elizabeth is now on board with the strike. Back at General Hospital, Hayden asks Amy into her office. And Liv is at the hospital looking for the OB, and Anna is right by the elevator. Dun dun dun. I'd like to point out that we went back and forth. I'm on General Hospital section 4. You can't really see that. And I feel like that's the most I've ever jumped around. I usually get to like 2, but I'm at 4. And someone wants to say hi real fast. Hi, she's been on my lap this whole time. It's a miracle. Hi, Misha. Say hi. Show them your pretty face. Look up. Look up, Misha. Okay. You're beautiful. Oh no, you lost my spot. 1 second. We have to get back to my spot. At Alexis's place, Alexis is confiding in Liv. Oh no, I'm out of order. All right, well, this is before Liv went to the hospital. I'm only human, Mom. They skipped around so many times. So Alexis is confiding in Liv about Sam, and Sam comes over and does introductions, but not like real introductions, like, you know. So Liv wants her to stay and chat. Woo! This is the conversation I had while I was off screen because mini M&Ms. Cool. Anyway, so the conversation turns immediately sad. She asks how Danny, how she came up on Danny, and she's like, yeah, he was my brother. And then there's like Liv's tragic family past, and we get a real flashback from, I believe, the 80s. Anna and Liv, and Anna had like a gun on her and stuff like that. Liv asks Sam if she's happy with her OB for friend Kay, and Sam gives her the name. So this covers why I said that about Sam. I am so out of order on this one. Oh well, what am I going to do? So Sam gives her the name of her OB, for friend Kay. So Liv needs to get going to the hospital, and Sam doesn't like her, and Alexis gets what she's feeling, but chalks it up to Liv being through a lot and just kind of having a personality you got to warm up to. At Sonny's, Carly tells Dante about her ultimatum to Sonny, but he's not hopeful. Dante wants to call this in, and Carly tries to get him to wait, and he says, she says, look, whatever happened already happened, so let's wait. Dante gets a call, and she asks what happened, and he says it's a police emergency, and then Jordan comes over and wants to talk to Sonny. That's fun. At the gallery, Jason tries to talk sense into Sonny. He's not sure. Julian was talking to Ava on the recording. Jason says too many things don't fit. His family is finally starting to heal. His kids need him. Go home. So Sonny says that she confessed, and she says she meant, like, Morgan, that, like, she wouldn't want him to be her, and it's like, okay, that makes no sense. Carly texts Jason that Dante's heading over, so get out of whatever's happening. Ava swears on Avery's life she didn't have anything to do with the bomb. Sonny's still going to shoot her, and Jason says, look, Dante's on his way, and he's, is he going to make his family pay for his mistakes or not? So Dante comes in, and Sonny's not there, and apparently the silent alarm was tripped. Dante asks where Sonny is and what's going on. So Ava says Sonny held a gun to her, and he was threatening her, and she's in fear for her life, and this, that, and the other thing. And Jason's like, I have no idea what she's talking about. Sonny was never here. Like, it's just been me. And she's like, you're kidding, right? So Ava shows him the gun. And she's like, yeah, it was my gun, but Jason just wiped it down for prints because Sonny was holding it on me. And Jason says that he has evidence that Ava was behind Morgan's death. And Ava's like, what now? Jason gives Dante the recording of Julian saying his sister planted the bomb. And after listening to the recording, Dante asks Ava to come to the station with him. And I was like, yes! Back at Sonny's, Carly says Sonny's not available. He had a really bad day. He was drinking a lot and he's sleeping it off. And Jordan's like, look, I got to talk to him right now. So you wake him up. And Carly's like, But then Sonny comes out from inside. He opens the door and he's like, hey. And I was like, I guess that's the perks of having like multiple entrances to your house. And Jordan tells him she's dropping the charges and that a witness named the party or a party responsible, and you'll let the PCPD handle it. And Sonny doesn't want to go back to jail anyway. He could get his ankle monitor removed at the station tomorrow, and it's been remotely deactivated. And I was like, he's going to need to make that trip formally, but, like, he doesn't need to make that trip, And Jordan says she's so sorry for the misery they're going through, and she wants to move forward in peace, and she promises to do everything she can to make sure the murderer pays. After Jordan leaves, Carly asks Sonny what he did. She's furious, and she had to lie, and he says he didn't throw it all away. She covered for him, and he doesn't take that for granted. He loves her. He wanted to come home, and isn't that enough? And they hug, and I don't have an end scene because I watched it on the app, and I was like, when's this ending? I don't know. What's going on? I have no idea. So I am going to film Mondays right now. So I will see you in literally 2 seconds, and I hope you enjoy whatever time span in the middle of watching these two videos you have. Okay, bye.